Good morning, friends. So what are we working on today? We are going to try to insulate this garage door and probably that one. The whole goal with this space, though it's garage, most of our vehicles can't fit in here, so we're going to turn it into a studio / living space so I can get some more work done with music stuff. So there's actually some boards sitting over here, insulation stuff. So I'm just going to cut it up, stick it on here, use what we have. We'll see if it works well. Eventually we're going to insulate everything and close probably one or both of those doors in anyway. So that's what we're working on today. Well, door number one is pretty close to done. I'm gonna cut another little piece to go in here, but it's amazing how hot this is compared to the insulation. So hopefully it makes things get regulated a little bit more in here, because there's been times that I've come in here and because the doors hit the sun directly, it's been baking. So got one more door to do. Looks like they already started this project a while ago. So finish that door and then garage door project will be done. And yeah, I mean, we got lots to do to finish off this space, like pulling all the insulation that didn't stay up down, getting plywood and finishing it off. gotta say, this side took way less time because I changed how I was doing things. Because over here, I was already cutting and splicing on this side, and then I couldn't get, because there's a groove in here, I couldn't get this full panel in. I had to cut it anyway and then basically piece it back together. What I did was I cut these all 20 and a half tall, even though they're all 4 wide, and then shoved them all in. And then I went and just measured every single gap because they were going to be the same on every single one. And it was 7 inches here, 7 inches, and then 4 3/4 inches there. And it fit way better. I didn't have to tape anything, and it actually all fits in super nice. So if you're going to do this, I would do it that way and cut them to where they're 4 foot lengths and then just put in a gap there, as opposed to doing it sideways and trying to get one full length and then one spliced twice because it looks janky now. I'll probably duct tape that stuff on there so it stays, but all in all, that was actually pretty stinking easy. So hopefully it makes this room a lot more usable. This is where I'm going to be doing a lot of my live music practice. So that's actually what I got to do next. So I think Abby's going to go do some stuff in the garden, but I'm going to sign off because I got it ready for some gigs this weekend. So have fun.
Good morning, friends. I needed to come out to the garden and do a little harvesting, and I thought I would bring you all I made it out. Definitely did not pick all the tomatoes, but I picked some, and we'll have to come out later and pick some more because my basket is full. So behind me are all my tomato plants. I think there's around 40 tomato plants. We have 2 rows of cherry tomatoes and 2 rows of cherry, 2 rows of slicers, and 1 row of paste tomato. And they have just taken over. It is a jungle in here, as you can see. So there's lots of fruit that I don't get to pick because I just don't get to it in time, or recently we got a bunch of rain, and so a lot of the tomatoes were cracked and I didn't get to them in time. So, but I knew that going into it, and that's why I planted a lot, because I wanted to have extra. The downside of that is it's hard seeing food go to waste. But the plan is to put the chickens in here once the garden is done, and they'll get to pick through and eat all the leftover fruit that's there and even some of the plants. And then we'll rip it all out when it's done. But I do think I was a little overambitious with this garden. I started all these seeds right after we moved. I started a bunch of seeds, and then, as you know, I was very pregnant, and the garden got away from me. So, yeah, there's lots of weeds. There's things that need to be ripped out. There's things that need to be harvested. I just haven't gotten around to it. Life with 4 small children on the homestead, you know? So, it was a little bit much for me this year, and I think next year will go better. But, you know, even through all the neglect that the garden has suffered, we still have this amazing basket of tomatoes. Wow. The garden is awesome, guys. It's awesome to watch things grow and to know that God created things to grow so that we could have food to sustain us, and it will grow. You put a seed in the ground, it will grow. You don't have to do much to it. If you really help it, it will really grow and give you some amazing yields. But even neglected, it does pretty well. So if you have the least bit interest in planting something, don't be scared. Just do it, Buy a $2 pack of seeds and plant something in a flower pot outside your house or, inside your house. I have basil growing in my kitchen right now because I haven't gotten around to come out here and plant it, but it's still doing great. So, yeah, get out and grow something.
So I finished the installation and it's been working phenomenally well. The one thing that has been a problem since we moved in here though is this plastic stuff is, I don't know if you can tell, basically non-existent. So I went to Lowe's to go get some other things for the trailer and some stuff I was doing, and I found some, except they only sell it for 18-inch or 18-foot doors, but I have 2 9-foot doors. So we're just gonna cut it in half and use it. So we'll see if it works. The good thing is, if you position your door correctly, getting the old one off is as easy as sliding. Yeah, that wasn't doing anything. Ta-da! Hat with the old. I'm sure that was probably the easiest part of this task. Now, I'm gonna try to put the new one in. Hopefully it's as easy as it was taking the other one out. All right, so you know how you're not supposed to start a home improvement project when it's dark out because you want to go to bed sometime? Not gonna lie, this might be one of the easiest ones I've ever done. I might actually be able to do it without even really looking at it. All you gotta do is put those little T things up in the channel. I'm probably gonna have to do 2 hands. But then just slide it across. So since I can't hold the camera and do this at the same time, I'm gonna do that real quick and we'll see how long it takes. Boom, 3 minutes, done. Squishy, squishy. Yeah, now I just gotta cut the end of it and put that on the other 9-foot door. So if you're like, man, I can't find a 9-foot one, just buy an 18-foot one, cut it in half, and boom, you got 2 9-foots. Pretty cool, because I was only going to do this one because I was thinking about getting rid of the other door and I didn't want to spend money on it, but because it's the only one I could find, you know what? Now we'll have 2 fantastically great working garage doors that actually have a weather seal on it, as opposed to whatever the junk that nasty other stuff was. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.